Welcome to PI Exchange. I'm Mark Michelson, Editor-in-Chief of Printing Impressions. Today I have with me Lois Ritarossi and Mark Fallon. And you're both industry consultants and you're collaborating together because you kind of have different areas of expertise where you can kind of put those two things together and, as a complete offering. So what is the collaboration?
Yes.
So my background has been for the last several decades on operational efficiencies and postal optimization. And that optimization includes not just getting the lowest possible postage and the fastest delivery, but moving forward, maximizing the informed platform.
And my background is in sales and marketing strategies to help print service providers and service companies really be able to develop strategies that are going to allow them to grow and change and take advantage of new and changing technologies.
Right. So, one of the hot areas right now, obviously, is production inkjet technology. And I'm sure that's an area where, you're trying to help companies sort of make that transition.
Yes.
What type of thing are you going in and sort of helping them do?
So the first is getting them to understand what Inkjet really brings. So Inkjet, you just had one of your guests talk about, for them, originally they thought of Inkjet as replacing pre-printed shells. And then once they used Inkjet, they learned it meant so much more and truly transformed the operation. And that's what we have to help people do, to look at their entire process, the entire production process, from document composition through delivery to the end customer at their mailbox, review that entire journey of the mail piece.
Right. And the sales and marketing
is
aspect
critical.
Is critical as
so
well. Yeah.
for many customers, when they embark on Inkjet the first time or the second time, situationally really looking at how their company has evolved and what they need to do to be successful, having new sales and marketing strategies in place that allow them to take advantage of the technology is often something that ultimately determines their success. And we've enabled clients to do that.
Right.
And one of the things that's interesting is that while I've done a lot of work within plants and Lois more with service providers, in plants need to learn how to market themselves, right? They've created this new opportunity that they can bring to their company, but they have to learn how to sell that. And again, having Lois's expertise in that is so important.
Right. What are some of the common mistakes that you see printers make as you come in and meet with them and kind of see their pain points?
Well, as I said, the very first one is they think it's just replacing an existing printer, while it's truly transforming their process. It's not just cheaper, faster, and more substrates. It is, what are you going to print, and then what is it going to look like when it's delivered?
And often we see that as, they look at a technology decision from a cost perspective or a capability perspective without really understanding how are they going to package a solution? How are their salespeople going to engage new customers or new vertical markets? What new applications will make a difference for their current customer base? And really helping them look kind of eyes wide open at the whole process that they get with capabilities, but also helping them understand what are the opportunities for growth.
Right. Well, you talk about capabilities. I mean, we're seeing in the marketplace, transactional printers getting into wide format, all the boundaries, convergence, has kind of become the popular buzzword. Are you seeing that out in the marketplace?
It is. In my opinion, there's almost a glut now because the equipment is so much faster, the equipment is so much more efficient, and there's slightly lower volumes. We all have to admit that there's slightly less direct mail than there was last year. And on transactional mail, it declines an average of 2.5% to 3% per year. So it's increasing competition, and there's either going to be mergers and acquisitions or people just going out of business.
And yet, with all of that going on, there's enormous opportunities where you're right. Transactional printers are looking at wide format. Direct mailers are looking at more traditional transactional mail. The opportunity with labels and packaging is creating more convergence in the commercial print space. So the companies that are smart, that are really putting together solutions and capabilities that make a difference, they're winning new business and they're doing it profitably.
With Printing United, it's really kind of one of the main purposes of what that show is going to bring so many different markets together so that people can investigate where the opportunities lie. And it may be very different. You may have two companies that are doing the same type of work, but the direction of where they want to expand for new revenue streams may be totally different in their case.
Right, and even more going to something like Printed United, which is 30 years ago, I used to have to proselytize that you should merge print and mail. Right, in most companies, there were two separate divisions, and finally we got over that. Now it's merging transactional and on demand. Right, and then I think that you are going to see, whether it's wide format, whether it's packaging, there are going to be companies that provide complete solutions.
Right. But that obviously creates challenges in itself.
Creates big challenges for sales and marketing. Who are we? What's the value proposition? Can the same salespeople sell all of these new things? And how are they going to be able to really speak intelligently to customers about beginning to end solutions that might include social media and alternatives to what is the value of print? Where does print fit in the entire communication process? So that really often takes a hard look at changing sales and marketing strategies.
Right. Well, Lois and Mark, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks to all our viewers for watching PI Exchange. We'll see you next time.